Greetings, Grand Lakers. I'm Rusty Fleming with Grand Lake News Online, and joining me today is Joe Harwood with Arrowhead Yacht Club, and this is a big-time coming attractions feature. Right, Joe?
Indeed.
The 25th or silver anniversary of the Christmas Boat Parade is going to be conducted on December the 13th, Saturday evening, and there's lots of activities going on with that. And Joe, let's get right into it and tell us about it.
Well, at this time, the latest update, we have 25 boats signed up to be in the parade, and we expect that to grow even more.
Well, that's the biggest number that we've had in several years then, right?
I don't know if there's ever been more than 25, as a matter of fact. And there will be some outstandingly decorated boats, and we're seeking and hoping that we can find some more.
I'll bet there will be, and I've already heard several Lakers commenting about what they were doing to get ready for this, and some of them are even being contracted out, I'm told.
Oh, this is a big deal. Competition will be fierce. However, I want to encourage people, although there are those that are going to put everything into this effort in the competition, you know, it doesn't take a lot to prep a boat for the parade. A string of lights, join in. We want to have a big parade. And we will be having prizes divided between below 35 feet and above. So size of boat.
We're going to have flights.
Yeah, size of boats does not matter. Number of boats does.
You know, I'm reminded of that very first boat parade, and the fact that Dr. Jim West out of Tulsa, who's a dentist, or was at that time, and the name of his houseboat was the Wild Wild West, and there wasn't much more than 3 or 4 string of lights on the thing, I think, and he won the trip to Cozumel. So things have come a long ways in 25 years.
Indeed.
And you look at some of the creations on the bows of those boats, and it's pretty spectacular. But we're not telling you about something about that part of it that you don't already know. No. And what's happened this year, though, is there's been a steering committee driven by Joe and others that have come up with some really special things to make this truly something spectacular. Have never been seen before, and one of them is Santa Claus making a very special arrival prior to the parade getting underway, right?
Correct. Santa Claus will be parasailing right down the middle of Duck Creek, approximately 5 p.m. while it's still daylight, 5 p.m., 4 p.m. Mitch Whitehead with Sail Grand is going to provide the boat. I don't know who Santa Claus is going to be, but Santa Claus is Santa Claus, and he will be arriving.
He will be there, right?
He will be in Duck Creek. And you may get a present, or you may get a lump of coal. You know, a lump of coal hurts from 500 feet. You know?
Well, we want a little bit of a disclaimer here, weather permitting, right?
And the weather is going to be about 70 that day and clear. I've checked.
Perfect. Perfect.
It will be absolutely wonderful weather.
What are some other stuff going on too, I'm told?
Well, those who do the endeavor and join the parade, no matter how you decorate, we've got a captain's wine dinner at Cherokee on Friday night, beginning at 6 p.m. at no charge to the captain and first mate that enter your boat in the parade, and you get all your instructions, you know, introduced with a fine 4-course dinner and lots of wine. No cost.
Boy, it doesn't get much better than that.
No, good incentive for boat decorating.
No wonder you've got 25 entries.
I decorated 3 boats myself. The deal was so good.
Well, now I've heard that this is a bipartisan effort, that some of your competitors on Duck Creek have even jumped into the fray.
Duck Creek businesses have joined in, namely in Harbors View Marina and Marine Max.
That's great.
They are both participating in it. Harbors View, of course, is having a watch party. Marine Max is entering a boat in the parade.
Great. It's good to see, you know, everybody supporting the cause, and for the first time in several years, there's going to be a television production, right?
Exactly, and it's a 2-pronged attack. Discover Oklahoma will be at Grand Lake and film the entire day's festivities, the Polar Bear Jump, the Christmas light parade, the parade across the dam, land and water. Plus, there's going to be a big bonfire on the beach in Disney that night.
I've heard that.
Yeah, this is going to be a spectacular event. Huge crowds. Discover Oklahoma is going to come and film each one of those entities, and then we'll have an entire program on Discover Oklahoma at a later date.
That would be great.
Indeed. And then the parade itself will be filmed and it will be shown, and every individual boat will be recognized, and you'll pass the parade review stand, be filmed, your crew, live, living color, but then it will be rebroadcast on Channel 8 on December the 20th
Okay, right here.
at
11:30 a.m.
11:30, and will also be shown on KSN Joplin at 5 p.m. Sunday, December 21st. So a lot of exposure.
So if you don't get a chance to actually be here and participate, my goodness, you can see this thing from all over South Grand Lake area.
Indeed.
And there are parties all along the bluff that are hosted, and of course, people on the dam are able to see it. This is truly an economic great thing for the entire Grand Lake area. But you know, we almost got away without talking about the polar bear plunge, and there are other elements. I mean, you talk about the Friday night wine dinner for the captain and first mate, and probably somebody else that came that wanted to pay, it'd be all right, right? You take their
Anybody
money.
that wants to attend for $75, you may attend.
All right, and but anyway, Joe alluded to the parade across the top of the dam and also the bonfire in Disney. But the polar bear plunge is also a very worthwhile cause. It takes place earlier in the day around 1 o'clock.
Makes me shiver just to think about it.
I imagine, and you know what? That water's gonna be a little colder
It
than
may be,
usual this
it may be.
year. But anyway, the polar bear plunge raises monies for Grand Lakers helping needy children. And it's a great cause, and the sponsors of the event give their money as well as do the participants, and that is all spent in worthy causes that is brought about by the nomination of needy children in the South Grand Lake area through the cooperation of the involved schools. So that's a great cause too. So if you don't want to jump into those icy waters, you can certainly come and support it. Bring a toy, bring money, bring any other kind of support that you might want to commit to this kind of a great project.
And don't blame me if you come and you get pushed in.
Stay off of
It
that. Stay
happens.
off of that dock.
Uh-huh.
You don't want to end up in the water. You know, one thing that really needs to be pointed out: this was, as I mentioned previously, a committee effort. For the first time, other than just that I'm aware of, other than just putting out some entry forms and saying, "Wouldn't this be a great time?" You've had several people helping you put this thing
indeed.
together, and they've come up with some very creative ideas.
And they've been most helpful.
Certainly, the cultivation of some great ideas will make this a truly 25th anniversary to remember.
It's going to be outstanding. Big step.
And we'll bring you more next week, because Christmas on Grand, it doesn't get any better than that. See you next time. Thanks.